We're here with Sheryl Mahooty, who is a Zuni carver of some fine repute and does a lot of really good work. And she's agreed to tell us a little bit about herself and her family and her vision and what motivates her and her work. So, Sheryl, I'm going to start off with a question here because you specialize, it looks like, in turtles and not just carving them, but in assembling them. Can you tell me a little bit about how that happened?
Well, I saw TV of National Geographics. I got my idea where the turtle came out from the ocean, laid the eggs, covered it, went back into the ocean, came back out, and all those baby turtles got on top of the mother. And that's where I got my idea.
So
And
that
since I'm close to my kids, that's what I started carving.
so the small turtles
Are the
are babies.
baby.
Okay. Now I noticed that one of the turtles that you carved here that we're acquiring from you has two heads. And what can you tell me about that?
Well, same thing. I got it out from TV, watching TV, and I seen a turtle with two heads and a snake with two heads. And that's very unique. So I went ahead and carved a turtle with two heads. And since all the baby turtles are different colors, every child has its own way. They're all unique. None of them are the same. So I started carving with different colors of rock to make them symbolize that every child has its own, ways of doing things. None of them's different. So I started carving that. And since turtles, they mean longer life. And then the bundles means offerings, blessings, and good luck. And the little shells on top, they came from the ocean. Since the turtles came from ocean, that's why I like to put shells on them.
So have you carved other creatures besides turtles?
I've done beavers, wolves, bears, standing bears. And if I do bears, I like to do bears that has a fishing mouth.
So tell me about that.
The reason why I like to do fish in the mouth is because grizzly bears like to eat salmon. Since I came from the bear clan, I'd rather have a salmon fish in my mouth.
Excellent. What a great motivation. How can you determine, or do you, when you pick up material, whether it's going to be a turtle family or whether it's going to be a bear or whether it's going to be a beaver? How do you determine that?
I just look at the shape of the rock. See, some of my turtles are not shaped perfectly. Some are shaped the way they are, like turning around. I just carve the way the rock is and not make it a perfect shape like the other fetishes are, since Mother Nature made it the way the rocks are. Just carve the way the rock is, make it into a turtle.
We're very familiar with the Mahooty name, which I presume is your married name.
No, that's
No,
my maiden
that's your
name.
maiden name. Okay, but we know of several Mahooty carvers, and do you come from otherwise a family of Zuni carvers?
Yes, my father was a fetish carver and a silversmith. And he just turned the generation down to us. My brothers started carving when they were both in high school and they were sophomores. I didn't know how to carve fetishes until my father had passed away. I guess I was just moaning for him, and I picked up a rock, started carving. That's where I got my ideas.
It's a very heartfelt story.
Yes.
Thank you. We're recording this in the dining room of the Inn at Halona, where Sheryl is one of the people who makes us feel very welcome when we come to stay here and prepares a superb breakfast for us in the process. And so we'll give a little plug to the Inn of Halona, too, for people who may want to come and visit here sometime. Thank you, Sheryl. Is there anything you'd like to say as a kind of a goodbye to our viewers?
Well, thank you for buying the fetishes for me. Hopefully I'll meet you someday at B&B.